I became a little obsessed with Colt when his hypercharge first came out, and that obsession grew when he kept getting more skins. I mean, just look at his banana skin, shark tooth Colts, the free Dark Angel Colt skin, and now all of his new mecha skins. He has an unfair amount of really good skins, which made me want to get his mastery even more. Colt can be such an easy brawler to master if you just play him on the right maps and modes, and there's a ton of good maps for him. He is such a strong damage dealing brawler, making him incredible on almost any heist map. He can easily break walls with his super or gadget, making him so strong in Brawl Ball, and if you play him right, you can easily make him work in Gem Grab, Hot Zone, and even Knockout. I've been grinding to get all the masteries in Brawl Stars. So far, I have 22 masteries. Colt will be my 23rd mastery, so let's get into it. I'm starting at Silver 1 and around 850 trophies. We're playing on Hot Zone, Ring of Fire. This is one of my most favorite maps. You can play so many different brawlers here, and Colt is great here because the entire zone area is pretty open. Not that many brawlers can sneak up on you without you noticing. You can play him on a lane, although mid lane is probably the best since there's less obstacles in your way. I was mostly playing left lane here and kind of switching between left and mid lane. The best thing you can do on this map is get right up in this grass where the enemies can't see you, but you have to be able to hold your positioning for as long as possible. I feel like most people just give up on trying to find you in the grass and kill you. Instead, they just walk up to the zone, which is exactly what you want because you can just shoot them from behind and pinch them with your team. With Colt, most of the time you're not going to be hitting all your bullets from a single shot. One shot is 6 bullets, and each bullet currently does 720 points of damage. So if you do hit all 6 bullets and get a clean clip with Colt, you're going to be doing 4,320 points of damage, which is a lot. For context, we all know that Bull does a lot of damage. A single shot from Bull is 4,400 points of damage, but that's only from up close. With Colt, you have the advantage of long range and speed depending on which star power you use. And honestly, it does not matter which star power you use on Colt because they're both just as good. It just depends on your playstyle. With Slick Boots, you have 13% more movement speed, which is really nice for dodging and getting some really good shots, especially if your opponents are much slower than you. I personally like to use Magnum Special, which gives you longer attack range and increased bullet speed by 11%. This star power just makes it easier when you're up against brawlers who by default have very long range, like Piper, Belle, Eve, Rico, Angelo. There are so many now. If I'm not using the star power, I kind of struggle going up against them because I'm not that good at dodging. With Slick Boots, you'd have to use your movement speed to dodge shots and get within reach of these brawlers and then try to take them down. So very quickly, after a few of these Hot Zone games, I got to Silver 2 and rank 29 or 950 trophies on Colt. And it was time for a new map and mode. We're playing on Brawl Ball on this very interesting map called Winter Party. It was so nice having a Tara with her psychic enhancer gadget because I could actually see where the enemies were in the grass, especially against tanks with speed gear who can just run up on you. One of Colt's biggest weaknesses is that he is so squishy. At only 5,600 health points, it's not the absolute squishiest, but it's down there. On top of that, he has absolutely no way out once a brawler gets right on top of him. Your only choice is to burst out as much damage as possible, hoping you kill your enemy before they kill you. But sometimes it's just impossible. In comparison, if you look at other super squishy brawlers, a large majority of them has something to help them out of situations like that. For example, Piper has her knockback and jump, Spike has his cactus to use as a body block, Byron can heal himself, Tick has his shield gadget and Tick head, but Colt only has his damage. There is no way out. That's why keeping the absolute max distance with Colt is so important. Also, just being aware of the enemy team and anything they could use to sneak up on you. There's Leon Super, Kit's Cardboard Box Gadget, Bull's Super, Crow's Super, oh, and Edgar's and Miko's and brawlers like that. There is a lot to be aware of. Depending on what brawlers they are, I tend to stick closer to my teammates for safety, for example like a Leon, but don't stand right on top of your teammates for brawlers like Miko or Edgar because that would be fatal. You're just beating them at that point. I actually love Colt so much in Brawl Ball. He does have a lot of counters, but it's so easy to score with him because most Brawl Ball maps, you have a wall right in front of the goal and you can just open up these walls, making it so easy for your team to score. You also see a lot of tanks in grassy maps like this, and being able to completely open up the map gives you a big advantage. And so it also makes him a great overtime brawler. Facing tanks on an open map is so satisfying as Colt because you get to charge your super off of them over and over and over again. You can reach them, but they most of the time cannot reach you. I get my hypercharge with Colt the most on Brawl Ball maps like this because of how much the tanks can feed you. Okay, so I'm finally at Silver 3, and I also did hit 1,000 trophies on Colt a little earlier. Playing on this map was going so good that even when our third left, we still kept playing. We queued up with a random and ended up getting this random Mortis on our team. Seeing a random Mortis on my team always makes me a little nervous because Mortis has such a high use rate, but such a low win rate in comparison. He's definitely fun, so I understand, but playing Mortis can go really wrong if you're not playing him right or against brawlers that just destroy him. This Mortis actually surprised me so much. He wasn't just standing there or being useless, he actually did his part as a Mortis, and I felt like we had such good team synergy. The first game, he even got star player, so we were like, let's just hit play again with him and see if he wants to keep going. We played again and again, and I felt like I was getting carried by this Mortis. I would have never thought that was possible, honestly. Unfortunately though, one of us accidentally forgot to press play again, so we did the unthinkable. We friended him in game and invited him to our lobby, and he immediately accepted. Guys, we're making friends here in real time. It can happen. Although I do really want to talk about this curse in Brawl Stars that no one really talks about. I don't know what to call this curse, but every time I go on a win streak with a random and we hit play again over and over, we eventually decide to become in-game friends. Everything seems to be going great. We join the same lobby together, and this is when the curse takes place. The very next game, we play as a fully formed team in a lobby. We lose tragically. So we're like, fine, it's okay. Let's just try again, one more game. And again, we lose. Again, and again, and again. And it's actually so embarrassing that we never play together again. And all I have left is the memory of them on my friends list, a memory of our failed friendship. So with this Mortis, I don't really know how to say his name, Sample. I'm just gonna call him Simple because it just makes more sense. We actually did lose this first game as a team, our first loss together. I got so nervous thinking that this is just going to be a lost cause because of the friendship curse. And as expected, we were like, it's fine, let's just queue up again and try again. 30 seconds left in this game and we still have not scored. I'm getting nervous, but then Simple just sees an opening, grabs the ball and does his thing as a Mortis and scores the ball. Not even 10 seconds later, he scores again and we win the game. Such a relief. We continued to play, barely losing any games, and we had such good synergy. I mean, look at that. I flashed my super for just a second, showing him I was going to break the wall open, and he knew exactly what to do. Swipe up and score. I don't think Colt is as good here without Tara's gadget. OG ends up switching to Surge and then another brawler after, and I should have honestly used Vision Gear, but I kind of did make it work. The start of the game was just not as easy as it was before. On Colt, I'm normally taking damage gear and the reload speed gear. Damage and reload are already Colt's strengths, so increasing them by 15% just makes him even stronger. But you do want to take different gears for different maps. Gadget charge gear with Colt's speed loader gadget is a must on heist maps. If you're playing Knockout or any other map where you want to prioritize positioning and staying alive, you definitely want to take shield gear. Even though Colt's pretty squishy, it'll still help against certain brawlers like Nani, Mandy, or Tick. So Simple did switch brawlers to Jackie, and he was still doing so well, which is so insane to me because the guy only has around 20k trophies. How are you so good with such a low amount of trophies? We even had to ask him, dude, are you on a mini account or something? And he said no, that it's his only account. But I have to question the validity of that because if you look at his profile, the stats look kind of off for it being a first account, unless something happened to his main account and he's using this as a main account now. I don't know. But this map was so much fun that I eventually got to rank 31 and rank 32. This map became so easy for us. My teammates even started trolling Doug and Jackie on this map with speed gear, and Jackie's pneumatic booster gadget is such a run it down type of duo. It just got a little harder for them once the map started to open up, whether that was by me or the enemy team. It just meant that I had to work twice as hard to help my teammates if they couldn't push up without beating or dying. Colt is just so satisfying when you're consistently hitting shots. The more I played him during this push, the better I felt like I got. And I'm so glad I had a Jackie and a Doug on my team because I am terrible at scoring the ball no matter what brawler I'm playing. My playstyle is I like to play it safe, play from back here where my teammates can go up and try to score. It's so nice to just stay far back as possible with your damage gear activated and doing crazy amounts of damage. I didn't even want to heal up so I can keep using the extra damage. Okay, this next map and mode is one of Colt's best maps and modes ever. It's Heist on Bridge Too Far. It's so perfect for Colt because you can go on any lane and it's a straight path down, so it's super hard to consistently miss your shots. And once you have positioning, all you have to do is spam hit the safe. Even if you lose your lane, but one of your teammates has won their lane, sometimes you can just ignore the enemy brawlers and take the free lane straight up to the safe and start spamming your shots. Colt does so much damage and he can out damage so many brawlers on this map, especially if you are using Colt's speed loader gadget and reload speed gear. You're just non-stop shooting. Just with the reload speed gear and speed loader gadget, Colt can take down the safe by himself in just 25 seconds. That's not even including when damage gear is activated, and it's not including his super or his hypercharge. That is just with his basic attack, gear, and gadget. This is exactly why sometimes you can get away with ignoring the enemy team in Heist and just going straight for their safe. But of course, you don't want to be dumb and leave an enemy Colt, Bull, or any other high damage dealing brawler on your safe. You still gotta be aware of what's going on in the map. Let's just see how fast Colt takes down the safe with everything from earlier, plus his super and damage gear, compared to all of that, plus his hypercharge activated. It takes Colt 20 seconds to destroy the safe on his own if you have his super, and 3 seconds less than that at around 17 seconds if you have your hypercharge activated. I don't know what to say. He is just one of the best heist and damage dealing brawlers. Just think about how quickly you can end heist games with Colt alone or with a heavy damage dealing comp. There's not much to say about Colt on this heist map because it's just so straightforward, literally. So easy and simple. I also got to rank 33 playing on this map, and I'm getting so close to rank 35. So moving on, I'm pretty close to gold 1, and the next time I decide to play again, my new bestie Simple was online, so of course I had to invite him and play with him again. He's the Carl, and we're playing Brawl again on Backyard Bowl. Another really good open map for Colt. You can also play him on any lane here. I'm playing mid because it's just the best if you want to help out your teammates on their lanes as well. And since Colt has fast reload speed, it just makes that really easy to do. My main goal at the beginning is to push forward and get my super and break open the walls in front of the goal. I'll always also try to get some damage in while breaking the walls so I can get some supercharge back. These guys are just lining up so perfectly for me. And just like that, I am at gold 1. When I first saw Colt's hypercharge, I thought, yeah, this is going to be so good. Your super is 120% wider, The biggest issue people have with Colt is actually hitting all of your shots, and the super just seems even harder to hit on its own. His hypercharge almost guarantees that you will hit your super on someone. But it's not only the super's width that makes his hypercharge so good. The thing that I have enjoyed the most about his hypercharge is his speed increase mixed with the 25% damage increase. You are so speedy fast. You can almost just run up to some brawlers and auto aim in their face. You just gotta wiggle around slightly so you can dodge some of their shots, but that's not an issue considering how fast you are. Sometimes I forget that I don't always have to have my hypercharge perfectly set up to use it. I normally wait until I have all my shots and my super ready, but sometimes you can just activate it literally just for the speed increase. It's really nice when you see an opening in Brawl Ball and you want to sneak a fast goal in. The enemy team likely probably won't even see it coming, and if they do, they can barely do anything about it because of how fast you are. Simple is literally the teammate I needed in Brawl Stars for so long because he is just so good at ball scoring. Somehow, he just always sees the vision. But that is it for the legendary Simple. I'm now playing Hot Zone on the map Open Zone. We've got Sans on our team, and if you don't know who he is, he recently finished grinding all the masteries in Brawl Stars. Yes, all 78 brawlers mastered. That is so crazy. He was pushing Max's mastery here. This game was so fun. It felt like we all died so many times. It was like doing a base race but in Hot Zone. Colt plus Max's speed just makes things so much more chaotic. I don't even know what the enemy Colt was doing half the time. I tried my best to stay away from the Piper's lane because I really do not want to get one shot and then curve. I'm so weak against her. Max and Belle can both have their shields activated, so they're much more safe against the Piper compared to my Colts. And just like that, I am at rank 34, one more rank to rank 35, and I am getting closer and closer to gold 2. Also, I haven't mentioned it in my videos yet, but I did recently join Tribe Gaming. That's why I'm always just spamming the Tribe spray and the pin in game now, so I will be in a lot more of their videos and doing more content with them. I have loved Tribe and all of their creators for so long. A lot of us have even been friends for a really long time. Here's me with Lex and OJ back in 2022. Me, Nat, Paula, and a few of the other Brawl girls from 2023. Here's another one with Corey and some of our friends in New York last year. But yeah, I'm really happy and honored to be a part of the family. And if you're wondering what that means for my channel, it doesn't mean much other than the fact that I will be doing a lot more videos now. Playing on this Hot Zone map got me to gold 2, and not long after that, rank 35. If you're thinking of mastering Colt, just do it. He is so much fun. We kept playing on this Hot Zone map for quite a while, and after that, I had such a great start for the beginning of Gold 2 to Gold 3 because it is time for some free mastery points in Mega Pig. I've said it before and I'll say it again, but Mega Pig is like a cheat to mastery points because the games are so easy, and because my Colt is at rank 35, I still get the mastery points based on my trophy count even though we're just doing club games. It's like 100 more mastery points for this. Of course, I'm just insta-locking Colt every single game. Does not matter what map, what mode. I just gotta make sure my teammates don't steal my Colt from me. It always feels like I'm playing at the 500 to 600, sometimes lower trophy range, even though I'm at 1,250 trophies. At the end of it, there was also mastery madness, so I got over 200 mastery points per win in freaking Mega Pig. So free. So free. By the end of my 15 Mega Pig games, plus the Mastery Madness at the end, I was only around 2,000 points away from mastering Colt. For my last few games, I played Brawl Ball on the map Goalkeeper's Dream with OG and a random. This map is filled with Angelos and Melodies, and they are both so good on this map. They both also counter Colt really easily, so I was a little nervous, but ironically, we ended up getting Javi on our team, who is our friend and a pro player. He's playing Angelo, and I could use the Angelo carries. We ended up inviting him to our team since we're already playing the same mode and we're already friends. Let's cue the beginning of the friendship curse. No, I'm just kidding. There's a few really difficult things on this map for Colt. First, obviously the brawlers that get right on top of you. Mortis, Angelo, Melody, Leon. It feels so unfair for Colts, but the biggest thing is these walls on the sides with the grass. It's such a weird angle for Colt to shoot into, especially because you're going to be playing mid most likely. It's also not worth it to try and break those walls unless you need to or you're trying to kill someone. And it's so incredibly easy to get trick shotted on in this map. So many brawlers pretty much teleport right past you and get their super so quick. I'm full on just thinking about Melody right now. I also did tilt my trophies on Colt quite a bit before this because I'm gaining 4 trophies per win without a win streak and losing 12 per loss. But at this point, I don't even care because I was just so close to goal 3. On my very last game, Javi hits them with a trick shot and I win for my last few points to goal 3. And I have now fully mastered Colt for the pretty title. Let me know what you guys want to see for my next mastery video, or let me know if you found some hints on what my next mastery video could be in this video. Bye!